tuned in to Real Ass Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. James is out. He out recording his Tubi movie. Miguel couldn't make it because Miguel had something going on at the Sausage Castle, so he couldn't make it. But I'm joining the virtual studio with my comedy family. Starting off with our official sponsor from the Law Office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath podcast, www.whenyouneedus.com. And if you want to talk to him on the phone, it's 407-500-JEFF. Give it up for Mr. Jeff the Batman Kaufman. Jeffrey, what's up, my brother?
Man, it was good. It's good. I'm feeling good. I'm heading out to Michigan soon to work the Island Casino. You know, just having a good time, man. Comedy journey still moving forward.
Man, that's all you can ask for the journey to keep moving forward. But also join the virtual studio with us. We had our first ever Box of Chocolate Zoom call today, and it went tragically terrible because Zoom is the worst, and Akeem got the worst internet. He gonna blame it on me, but don't listen to him. That internet is trash, yo.
So Ken called us and his phone was breaking up the entire time.
Yo, Akeem Woods, what's up, baby brother?
What's up? Is James really in a Tubi movie, or were you just making fun of him?
Now, so James reading for some role, but he won't tell us what it is. So we honestly really don't know.
Maybe he can't.
Yeah, we don't know.
It could be a Marvel movie. He could be the next thing or something.
But the thing about you not being able to tell, I know projects that you can't tell, and technically you can't, but you can tell us. So it can't be that great.
Yeah, all right.
And this is not shade to James. I love James, but like if it was like he could tell us. I mean, obviously, if it's an NDA, you can't tell. You can tell the people you close to. So maybe he just don't like y'all.
Yeah. See, I'm his lawyer, so I know he would tell me.
Oh, then it must not.
Or he's embarrassed. He might be doing something with his feet or something. You know.
Yeah,
maybe.
James. Yeah. James got an OnlyFans for his feet. Akeem, I don't know if you knew that.
Well, he's making what, 78 cents?
Nah, he making good money, bro.
James do not have nice feet.
How you know? You see James' feet?
Yes, I've seen James' feet.
Hey, yo, get it together, bro.
Hey, I might have seen his feet, but I don't remember it. I mean,
I've seen James' feet. I used to tour with James. James was one of the first people. This is probably maybe 12 years ago, but James was one of the first people who took me on some road work. Probably 12 years ago.
Yeah, in order for you to get that work, you had to look at them feet.
No, I've just been to his house a lot when I was starting comedy. I've been to his house.
James is like, hey, Akeem, you want to feature?
Feature.
You think I'm looking at feet to feature? No.
Y'all, it's Monday night, so we got to do our recap, man. Kaufman, how was your comedy weekend, my brother?
Oh man, it was good. I got to see we did a lot, man. I was at a bunch of different events all weekend. God, man, everywhere. I had a lot of radio events. I was at the Heat game, the Orlando Magic Heat game on Friday. Then I was there on the Heat game, Magic game on Thursday, Wednesday, just all over the place, man.
All right, now, okay. I'll do mine next, so Akeem, I'm going to go to you last. Shout out to Jacksonville Thrasher Theater, man. We had 1,200 people. It seats 1,700, but we had 1,200. Amazing show, man. Jacksonville Thrasher on the OMG Wicks tour is going to be my number 2 favorite city now, behind Tallahassee. Tallahassee just wins. I don't know if anybody ever going to top how great Tallahassee was, but if anybody listening to the show, you were at the show in Orange Park, Florida. Thank y'all so much for coming out. And OMG Wicks, our next stop is Sarasota. That show all those shows are already sold out, but the Wednesday and the Sunday show, I'm headlining, so you can come buy them tickets. My tickets ain't sold out yet. The OMG Wicks, they gone. But if you want to see OMG as Ken, you can see me Wednesday or Sunday. So come through. Akeem, man, how was your comedy weekend, brother?
This month has been slow, but I just did spot. I'm in New York, so I did spots across the city, like New York Comedy Club, The Cellar, Comedy in Harlem. I just did spots around the city. I had 2 spots Friday. Nothing Saturday. I had the day off Saturday, and then Sunday I had 2 spots as well.
Akeem, have you ever had to do the stand out in the street and force people to get tickets things there?
No,
because I see a lot of comedians trying to get on.
Well, I didn't start comedy in New York. I started comedy in 2010 in Orlando. So by the time I moved to New York, I was already writing for TV, doing on TV, touring with famous people. Like I moved to New York. I already knew everybody, so I'm not going to be outside.
Oh, and it's cold outside. I was just there for the blizzard about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was very cold. I remember walking home. It was freezing. It was ridiculous. I missed the second blizzard because I was in Atlanta and I got stuck in Atlanta for like 2 days because all the flights got canceled.
What's the weather like now?
Honestly, New York is always bipolar because last week we had 2 like days of like summer. Like it was like short weather. Like it was like, what was that? It was on Wednesday because I did radio with Angela all day Wednesday. And I remember I went to the studio and I was in shorts. It was like nice short weather. And then now it's like 40.
But what's shorts weather for y'all up in New York?
It was like 60s.
Okay, you're a Floridian. That's not shorts weather, bro.
I was born in Brooklyn. I'm a New Yorker. I just grew up in Florida.
Okay, how long did you live in Brooklyn before you moved
That's
to Florida?
not the point. The point is
He was 2. He was 2.
You know, bro, we've been friends. How long you been doing comedy?
2010, so 15 years. Almost
I
16.
did not know you were born in Brooklyn.
Yeah. What?
I swear I did not know that. I thought you was a born and raised Floridian. I never knew that. That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I've mentioned that before.
Never. I don't watch your set, so I wouldn't know.
I don't talk about it on stage.
I
don't talk about it on stage.
I just found out you was gay on your Facebook post last week. I didn't even know. Hey,
I talked about that on TV, so you saw that.
You posted something the other day that happened at a show about how uncomfortable people get at comedy shows when you talk about your sexuality.
Yeah. It went viral. It got like 10,000 likes. It's at 138,000 views.
Tell that story, man.
It's a really easy story. I was doing shows in Harlem, and I do black rooms all the time. I've toured with Godfrey for like almost 7 years. I've done Detroit. I've done Baltimore. I've done all the hood rooms you can think of. I've done, and I do well in those rooms. It's just I have to do a different act, and it's annoying. But I was in Harlem doing my set. I did my 2 opening jokes. They both kill. The very New York centric jokes, so they always do well. They do well on the road too, but in New York they kill. So I did my 2 opening jokes. They killed, and then I did a joke about a date that I went on. I don't think you probably heard the joke. I'm not sure. I have the joke about I went on a date with this vegan dude, and I have a joke about it. And as soon as I mentioned that I went on a date with a dude, this guy in the audience immediately stopped laughing, and he looked at his phone for the rest of my set. And in New York, you do 50. We do short sets, so it's 15 minutes, $100 type show. And I was like maybe 2 minutes into my set, and I mentioned I went on a date with this dude, and for the entirety of my set, he looked at his phone. And he was sitting up front because it's a small club. The club seats like maybe 100, so it's a small club. He's sitting up front. And he's literally, from the moment I said, you all can't see this because it's radio, but from the moment I said I went on a date with a dude, he looked at his phone and he never made eye contact with me for the duration of my set. So for 12 minutes, 13 minutes, or whatever it was, he didn't look at me for the rest of the set. And at one point, I even called it out, and it got a huge laugh, and he still wouldn't look at me. And then I finished my set. I got off stage. They brought the host on. The host says a few jokes, brings up the next comic, and it's a hood room, so like a lot of comics are doing typical hood jokes, and the next comic gets on stage, does a joke about something stupid, like he's doing like some dance where he's like shaking his private parts, and the dude immediately looks up and starts laughing. It's like, okay, so you looking at me is gay because I'm gay, but you staring at this dude shaking his
getting penis thrust in the face.
Yeah,
like look at it.
Yeah,
but him shaking his in the face joke.
Yeah, but him shaking his penis. But you can look at that. Okay, girl. And so I just posted. I posted that, and I didn't think it was gonna go viral because it went. Okay, I always go viral on Threads, so I'm used to it going viral on Threads. But then I woke up the next morning. It was like I had like 217 new followers. I'm like, what is this from? And then I looked, I'm like, oh, the post is at 6,000. It's at like, I think it's at like almost 10,000 likes, and it's at like almost 200,000 views.
Dog, please explain to us, how did you master Threads? I don't even get Threads. I don't even understand it.
Well, I always tell, what I used to do on Facebook is what I do on Threads now. I tell crazy hookup stories because that's what I do in my act. And I've just always been good at writing those stories out to be funny. Cause like a lot of people like, I read those stories in your voice. I'm like, yeah, that's what writing is supposed to be. You're supposed to read it like I say it. And I just started, what you do is like you see what's trending. When I first started going viral, now I go viral all the time, so it doesn't matter. But when I first started going viral, I saw what was trending and I just posted about that, but like my take. And then the way the algorithm work is it'll put your stuff right next to the stuff that you're talking about, and then it'll just go viral. But once you go viral at least like 5 or 6 times, I literally go viral on Threads at least twice a week. I think the last time I checked my views on Threads, it's at 3 million or something.
That's
like I get
crazy.
3 million views on Threads. I sell tickets on Threads too. I sold out my shows in Colorado because of Threads.
That's crazy.
You gotta like that, man.
Yeah, you gotta like this. So Threads is like the liberal Twitter.
No, there's a bunch of racist people. There's racist people on Threads too, but it's more. I would say it's more liberal than any of the other social media apps.
That's crazy. Because only reason I'm on Threads is because if I posted to Facebook, it go to Threads.
Oh, see that will never go viral.
All right, so I got to go post directly to Threads.
You have to post directly to Threads because it can tell when things are being posted over, and I don't know how it can tell. I'm not a tech person, but I've noticed anyone who posts directly link, it's rare that it'll get it picked up. You have to physically go to Threads and type it out differently and blah blah. So that's why I don't even have anything linked to Threads. I just type it out and post.
Yeah, because the only person that like my stuff on Threads is James. Every time I get a like, I go look, it's James. That's it. I go like his. Me and James just share likes on Threads. That's all we do.
But the thing about it is the stories that you put on Facebook, if you type those out just like you do on Facebook and put them on Threads, you just have to put them more often and know when to put them. Okay. You would go viral on Threads. Like your stories are made for Threads. You just do them on Facebook.
What's the word count for Threads? Is it like Twitter?
It does have a word count. I don't remember what it is. I think it's 500 maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that.
But I'm not exactly sure. But it does have a word count. But you can even do stories. Like I had a story go viral about my mom, how she scammed for Christmas. She scammed FEMA to get us money, and that story went crazy viral. And it was like a 3-part story, and it went viral too. So it's like you can write longer stories. They just have to be interesting.
Okay, I need to. Yeah, because I'm trying to. We're all three of us. We're in the space where we're trying to master social media. You know, I've been traveling with a guy who has mastered social media.
Yeah, OMG Wicks, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like we're trying to master, like I just recently hit 7,000 followers on my fan page on Facebook. I never even paid attention to it. I got some alert said, hey, you at 7,000. I said, people following that, who following that page? But they're following me from ONGS Wicks.
Yeah.
Because he got a big Facebook following.
You gotta start if you doing all these shows at OMG, y'all gotta start doing collab videos together or something. Because if you doing all these shows with him, your following should be.
And I'd be begging. I'd be like, please follow me. I'll be like, I wrestle an alligator too. Like, what's up?
y'all gotta do some collab videos or something. I don't know OMG. I've never met him, but y'all gotta do some collab videos or something.
Yeah, I talked to Mike about that, man. See if we could get, because sometimes people be in their space with their material, and they just want it, not their material, but their content, and they want that to be their content. You know what I mean? And and the comedy is separate, man. But hey, can you kick it for one more?
Yeah, of course.
All right, cool. Well, we got to take a quick commercial break, y'all. We'll be right back. Real Last We're Radio 104.1. Last We're Radio 104. Your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. James is out recording his Tubi movie. Miguel is at work, but I am joined in virtual studio with Akeem Woods and Jeff Kaufman from the law office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath podcast. WhenYouNeedUs.com. And if you want to hear Jeff's beautiful voice, pick up the phone and call him. 407-500 Jeff. Jeff, are you answering the phone?
No, you out of your mind. You got to be out of your mind,
bro. That'd be great. If Jeff, you got to answer the phone like once.
Listen, I do. They don't believe it. I used to. I said, let me take a couple calls, and I have the pound 546 number.
Okay.
So I have a 3-digit phone number, and it goes straight to my cell phone, and people call that number, and I'm like, how you doing, man? and they're like, who's this? I said, who is this? You called me. And somehow people just dial that number for no reason. I guess they can butt dial 3 numbers. I don't know.
Hey man, sometimes the booty get injured and gotta call somebody, bro.
Yeah, so we get it. You're sitting in the front row. This guy just pulls out his cell phone. I mean, come on. I mean, is he in the front?
I'm sorry?
It's a front table, or like, was he back a little bit? Or was he
no, front table.
Front and center. So he's at the front table. He grabs his phone, just starts staring up at it like this. I mean,
also, yeah.
And you're calling him out, and he doesn't even look down from the phone.
Oh yeah, but I've dealt with this before. I've been doing comedy a long time. I've dealt with this before. I've had people walk out of the show once I mentioned that I'm gay. I've had people try to get a refund. I've had everything.
That's wild.
Yeah, Alabama.
Okay, hold up. So were you the headliner or you featuring?
For where?
For when they asked for a refund.
I was headlining.
So you bought a ticket and you didn't look the comic up?
Yeah. Insane.
No, they don't. They just, the way, they just show up.
This was, and this is how crazy this was. This is in Tulsa, and no shade to the club. The club was great.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, and I have and this was before I started going viral out on Threads, but I still had a decent fan base. It was after I did late night, and I've done a few TV things, so I'm like famous enough that you know who I am. And this is how gay the promo picture was. So you should have known I was gay just off the promo picture. It's the picture that I have. Where I have the heart and then I have the eggplant shirt on.
Yeah.
It's that picture. And that's the picture they use for the website. So it's like that, right? Did you think I was a vegan? Like,
well, it is Tulsa. I actually went to law school in Tulsa. There's not a lot of diversity in Tulsa.
Yeah, but it's like, my name's Akeem. You should have known I was gay just off the picture. And if you didn't, and if you know that you hate gay people, then go Google me. Like, it takes 10 seconds to Google me and then see that, oh, he's been on all these podcasts and he talks about his sex life explicitly. I don't want to hear that because I'm a loser, so I'm not going to go to the show.
People are tough, man. Yeah. We walk out racist, prejudice stuff. I mean, they say, I thought it was more difficult to get away with it now, but it's a lot easier sometimes. They just walk up to you and say some crazy stuff to you. They used to not say anything. Now they have no problem.
Yeah, they don't. The comment section on the internet is the nastiest place on the planet.
Oh yeah.
It's I can't, because I had that situation, but not me. I was opening for Paul Mooney. Yeah, I was in Miami. I'm opening for Paul Mooney, and Paul Mooney rest in peace, one of the GOATs. He don't like white people. He be talking bad about women. That's just Paul Mooney. And he was calling Oprah and Halle Berry all kind of nasty names. And this lady is running up to throw a drink in his face. So I catch the lady before she gets up there because I'm looking at her and she's just inching towards the stage. And if you ever seen Paul Mooney do 3-4 hours. Like you had to take Paul Mooney off stage. Yeah. So I grabbed the lady, I take her outside, and she's like, I can't believe he said those things. I said, did you know who you were coming to see? She said, yeah, well, when we bought the tickets, we saw him on Chappelle's show. I said, let me tell you something that Eddie Griffin told me. It's called Tell Live Vision. What you saw on TV is not the same as what you see. You're going to see live. That's why I was always scared about AGT. Because I was like, if I got famous from AGT and those people came to see me, they getting cuss word Ken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not getting clean comedy.
Well, that's why that show that show does a disservice to a lot of comics, because you have to be a certain type of comic for that show to help you the way it helped Preacher. Like for Preacher, it was perfect because that's his style anyway. But if that's not your style anyway, that's a bumpy road you got to navigate.
I don't know. I saw Brad Garrett the other night in Vegas, and his character on Everybody Loves Raymond, and what he does in his own room is night and day, man. He tears people up. I mean, I'd say the majority of his set is him just ripping into the audience. So I think people put up with it.
The difference is he doesn't need stand up. He already had the amount of career he had. He doesn't need stand up. If you go on AGT,
you're probably going because you
need stand up. Unless you go on AGT and then they cast you in your own sitcom. You need stand-up. Everyone loves Raymond. He can never do stand-up again for the rest of his life, and he'll be more than fine.
Damn. Yeah, I mean,
that's gonna be
he's got the money. I mean, he's got money, but I having a room in Vegas just must be one of those things that you just go, well, this is perfect. I get 10 years of coasting. I do about 7 shows. I mean, must be a nice life.
Yeah, man. I did a residency in Claremont, but yeah, hey, man, join the Verse Studio. Akeem Woods, Jeff Kaufman from the law office of Kaufman and Lynn. Akeem, so you started in you said 2010.
Yeah, 2010.
What is the difference between comedy when you started in 2010 and right now in 2026 to you? Not for you.
For me or the
For
industry?
you. No, for you. What is different for you? I know because it's different for everybody. I always like to know what comedians, because you're 16 years in now.
About 15, yeah.
So what for you, not the industry, for you, what is different between when Akeem started, when I saw the little Akeem at the other bar looking like Taliban to right now?
I think the difference to me is I see the business for what it is, and I don't like it. But I guess it's like the rose-colored glasses are off, because when I first started, I thought naive, like a naive little kid. I was 19. I'm 35. I thought that if you were funny, you would be successful.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm not successful. I mean, I've been on TV. I wrote on some shows. I toured with people. I pay all my bills. Blah 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 blah. But I really genuinely thought that the funniest people would be the most successful, and I've come to realize that that's not the case for everyone. There are some people who are very, very funny and who get very, very successful, but there's a lot of people who are just really good with clicking and posting, and they are terrible at stand-up. But I mean, we've seen it. We don't even have to name names. You know who those people are. And I think that's just what I didn't. But also, if I'm being honest, I didn't know comedy was going to turn into this. I didn't know it would be so severe. I really didn't know it was going to be. Because in 2010, no one was posting clips online of their stand-up.
Nobody. No. Now, I'm talking about, I didn't know comedy was going to turn into this for me.
Yeah.
I never thought in a million years I would be hitting 20 years.
Yeah.
I would never, when I started this.
Wait, because you started in 2006?
Yeah, never in a million years I would thought, man, I'm 20 years doing stand-up. I've never in a million years where I've thought, dog, I opened for Eddie Griffin. I opened for Paul Mooney. I opened for Bill Bellamy. You know what I'm saying? I opened for from John Hinton. You know what I mean? Like comedians, you grow. I got to sit in the green room and smoke a cigar with D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I never, and I'm not talking about, I ain't talking about the social media aspect of stand-up. I'm talking about for me, I never thought I was going to have the career that I have right now. Did you think at 16 years that you were going to have the career that you have right now?
No, I don't know how to answer that. It's a mixed bag, because the career I have right now, I'm very grateful for it, and I've gotten to do the things I've wanted to do as far as like late night and tour, and I wrote a TV thing with Wanda Sykes, and I've got to do a lot of really, really cool things. So I'm very, very happy with all those things.
I don't know. I ain't buying it.
What do you mean?
Okay, there's something. I get paid for 11 to like work people out and everything else like that. You go, no, I'm not even close to where I want to be.
No, I'm not close to where I want to be. I mean, that's what it is. But yeah. I'm not like bitter about it either. I'm very happy about where I am. I really did think comedy was going to be fair. I really thought that once I got as funny as I got, that would mirror my success, and it just hasn't.
That's the thing.
And
entertainment business ain't fair. Entertainment business is the worst business because it's all based on relationships. It's based on
100%.
Different things, man.
But when I was 19, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 19-year-old Akeem and 35-year-old Akeem.
Damn.
Of course I know that now. I'm of course. But when you're 19, you just graduated high school, you started doing open mics, you're still, So I didn't think I didn't think I'd ever be here. No, because I didn't think I was ever going to come out the closet. I didn't come out till I was 25. So it's like, I didn't think any of this would be here. Not at all. But I didn't know where I was going to be, to answer that question.
I mean, how tough is that? I mean, when you're going, okay, I can come out with my friends, I can come out with people who know me, but coming out to the world is a lot different than coming out to your own group. I mean, how did that become comfortable where you're going, okay, you know what? I'm not doing my best comedy unless it's honest.
You know what it was? And I think I've told her this before. I don't know. I might have posted about it. I know I talked about it on a podcast before, but it was Carmen Morales. I was at the Why Not Lounge. This was years ago. Ken knows the Why Not Lounge.
Yeah.
And
Jeff knows the Why Not Lounge.
Wait, I ain't going back, but I know it.
Well, this was the Why Not Lounge when it was like,
but it's still there.
Hey, hold up. Before you say, Akeem, say what you just said, because Jeff don't believe me. When it was what?
Good. The Why Not Lounge was one of the best rooms in Orlando.
I keep
Yeah,
telling
I didn't
Jeff,
get
he
that.
does not believe me, bro.
The Why Not Lounge was one of the best rooms in Orlando. But this was back then. I remember I was maybe like 4 years in. So this was like 2014, maybe 2014, I imagine. And I remember I was hosting, and Carmen was featuring, and some mediocre person was headlining. Carmen was burying him all weekend. And I remember watching Carmen. She had this joke about her dad. And it was such a killer joke. I forgot the whole joke because this was over 10 years ago. But she had this joke about her dad. And I remember how funny the joke was and how real and honest the joke was. And I remember thinking to myself, I will never have a joke like this if I don't come out. Like, if I keep doing the comedy that I'm doing, as pretending to be straight and not talking about my life and not talking about, like, growing up and everything like that. If I keep doing the comedy I'm doing, I will never have a joke like this. And I remember seeing that, and I'm like, dang. And I didn't come out immediately. It still took me another year to finally come out. But I remember that was one of the parts. I remember seeing that. That was one of the things I'm like, dang, I can't keep doing comedy the way I'm doing it. But yeah, it was Carmen Morales.
See, people don't understand writing is hard. And if you're just making it up, it's not easy. You take something that really happened. And that's the best joke ever when you take a little bit of truth and then you silly it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can imagine that.
And the crazy thing is, I call Akeem my comedy son. Me and James, like, that's our comedy son. That's my baby brother. I didn't even think he was gay. Everybody like, you didn't think so? I'm like, dog, I used to try to hook. No, I'm serious. Am I lying? I was serious.
No, but there were people who didn't think that. People thought I was just a nerd or just shy or didn't talk to women. Like, I get it, because you weren't the only one. You're the only one who would say it.
Flamboyant.
No, I wasn't.
Like, you went.
Well, what do you expect him to do?
Yeah.
To sashay into his set or something? What were you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there were a few people who didn't. I mean, most people were like, yeah, that makes sense. But there were some people that, I mean, some people didn't believe. Justin didn't believe it either. Like, I mean, he won't say that.
Like, me and Justin, because we used to try to hook Akeem up with girls at the open mic on Monday, and he would never do it. I'm like, yo, man, maybe he just don't. Maybe he want to wait till he get married. He loses. Hey, we gotta take a commercial break. We be right back. Real Laughs Real Radio 104.1. We're back. Real Laughs Real Radio 104.1. Your nightcap of comedy. Ken Miller and the Big Chat tonight. As you know, James is out recording his Tubi movie. Miguel is at work, but I'm joined the virtual studio. Akeem Woods, and from the law office of Kaufman and Land and the Under Oath podcast, www.whenyouneedus.com. If you slip and fall, car accident, if you get kicked in the ass, call Jeff. He gonna get you some money, man. Hey, we talked about this on our call today. Jeff, we've been trying to do this thing. Me, Akeem, Justin, the Preacher. We call ourselves the Box of Chocolates Comedy Crew. So we've been trying to like meet up because I think Preacher's LA now. Justin is Atlanta. Akeem is New York. I'm in Orlando. So we try to talk, and me and Akeem probably talk every day, or at least 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah. So we try to meet up. So we try to do a Zoom call. And when I tell you, I was leaving work, my internet was so terrible. I couldn't get on the call. I couldn't get it to connect. I couldn't get it. And so I finally got home. We got on video, and I was like, yo, man, let's just link up on the radio tonight. So we had Akeem to jump in with us, and we would talk about something that happened last night that was great for a Black actor. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan for winning Best Actor for Sinners last night. It was so dope, man. Did you, Jeff, you watch the Oscars?
No, man. I don't think I've watched the Oscars in like about, God, 20 years, man. They always have one movie you like and then 9 movies you don't know.
None of them.
You
Yeah.
know,
I don't
yeah.
know not now. I know Sinners and
Yeah,
what's
I
the
watched
one we didn't
Sinners. I
like,
love
Akeem?
Sinners, but the other movies I didn't have a clue.
One batter after another, or batter after another, something like
Yeah,
that. The
yeah.
Tiana
Those,
Taylor.
I think those are the only 2 movies that I know from the Oscar best movies.
Like
And
the
the
DiCaprio
Marty
movie that was up
Timothy
there.
movie,
Yeah.
Marty Supreme or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Like,
that.
like
I didn't
DiCaprio
know.
had a movie and I saw it and man, I suffered through that thing. But I
Yo,
guess
we were
it was
just
good.
talking about that.
It was
That's
terrible.
what we were talking- Oh, I hated it.
As Ken would say, that movie was trash.
That movie was
Yeah.
trash.
I hated it. I was
was so bored.
literally. It was so funny because we were talking about it. Me and Angela were talking about it. We didn't talk about it on the radio, but off air we were talking about it. And her producer, loved it, and I hated it with a passion.
Boring.
And as soon as it won Best Picture, I knew he was gonna text me. I looked at my phone. I'm like, Dan's gonna text me. And as soon as he won, I checked my phone, and he just sent me a bunch of eyeball emojis. I'm like, oh, it was such a bad movie.
But who votes? I mean, nobody of any importance votes. It's just a bunch of actors who want to take care of each other.
Yeah,
I mean, that movie was
I'm not
trash. It was a
surprised- I'm not
horrible movie.
surprised that
I don't
it
know
won.
anybody who liked it. And it wasn't like it was so artistic that I couldn't appreciate it. It was boring. They're running around. They're running. Okay, a bunch of people get shot. I said, Tarantino does such a better job at that. You know,
the storyline just made no sense. It made no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
horrible movie.
Okay, so I've watched the Oscars. I have not a recent, but I don't remember the Oscar having this many movies. There were 10 movies in the category.
Yeah, they expanded it.
Yeah, well, but they also expanded awards. Like this is the first year that they had casting as an award.
As a who?
Casting.
Like the best casted movie was.
Like who chose
okay.
it? Don't you know?
Oh,
And they don't
Okay.
even choose. They just choose that because who's your best friend. I mean, that's
yeah.
what a set is.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
nobody wants to be on a set with somebody for 5 months who they don't like.
Yeah,
You know, I understand that.
but no, I thought the Oscars were. I mean, I'm glad Michael B. Jordan won.
Yeah.
I was really, 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 really mad that Delroy Lindo didn't win.
yeah.
That was like that. I honestly, I low-key would have wanted him to win before Michael, just because he's been in the game for so long. I think Michael 1,000,000% deserved it, so nothing to take away from Michael. But like he's been in the game for so long, and without being morbid, that might be his last. That might have been his last chance to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
So I was really sad when they didn't give it to him, because
But
I thought
I tell you what my favorite part is though, that I saw on the internet how Michael B. Jordan took the Oscar to In-N-Out Burger though.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but there are better burgers in California. I was going, man, he doesn't have a better burger place than In-N-Out.
No, you know what? I apparently I'm friends with a lot of people in LA, and I'm friends with some people who are famous or whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently that's common. Like when you win a big
All right.
award, apparently it's common to go to like a fast food joint or like
Okay.
a public, like an Applebee's or something like that, and to just show up with that. Like that's something that they commonly do.
Yeah,
I
So
guess-
we would go to
Mafia went
Waffle
to the
House or
club.
something. We would head off to Waffle House here or something. Right?
Oh.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
So I made this post because 3-6 Mafia went to the club. So I was like, if you won an Oscar and you left the Oscars, where are you taking the Oscar? I go first. I'm going
Okay.
to smoke a cigar with it. I'm going to a cigar lounge. I'm gonna have some whiskey, and I'm going to enjoy my Oscar with whiskey and cigars.
Okay.
So, Akeem, you won the Oscar, best actor in the film. Where you taking that Oscar?
Where am I taking the Oscar? See, the thing is, you're in LA, so you got to pick a West Coast place.
No, we random. Let's not even do LA. We random in it.
Okay, well then I would go to Waffle House. I like Waffle House, yo. Back when me and Justin lived together, I'd go to Waffle House all the time. I'd go to no, I take that back. I wouldn't even go to Waffle House. I'll keep it in LA. I go to Roscoe's Chicken.
Yes, Roscoe's
Chicken is so. That's one of the things I miss about living in LA. That's where I'd go. I'd go to Roscoe's.
Okay.
I'd want to go where I would see. Normally, I agree. I would have gone to Waffle House, but now that I think about it, I want the event to happen around me. I want everyone else to enjoy it too. I want people to go, this is the most ridiculous thing in the world to take it to. I might actually rock Hamburger Mary's. Just
Oh,
to
yeah.
just to take that up on stage and everything else, and we just do a whole photo shoot. And they go, "What Kaufman hanging out at Hamburger Mary's?" I said, "Because you know what, this Oscar needs to breathe."
And shout out to Hamburger Mary's. They just opened a new location. They
Good
just
for them.
moved
The food is good.
Yeah, they got
just
some
moved
good
to
burgers.
right? Kissimmee, St. Cloud area. I think they just opened
Yeah.
or opening in Kissimmee, St. Cloud area. So shout out to Hamburger Mary's. Yeah. But now I'll be at the cigar bar.
Yeah.
I probably would. So Akeem, me and James and Miguel were on this show called the News Fuse, and we actually put in for the Emmy. Now I don't know if you guys know this. You have to pay to be considered for an Emmy.
I
You have
did
to
know
pay,
that.
yeah, money and everything. And they were like, "What are you going to do if you win the Emmy?" I said, "I'm gonna hollow it out and make it into a flask."
What do you have to pay though? What's the fee?
How much? How much is the big?
I think it was $300. We paid $150. It's
$300.
No, it's $150. But we paid for 2 of our segments to be nominated.
Damn.
How do you feel good about that? I mean, I can't imagine, that idea. Yeah.
Well, I heard you had to pay for your Hollywood star for the Walk of
Yes,
Fame.
100% you do. Yeah.
What's it? 10K? But that's
It might be more, but I mean, for people like people who are getting stars or people like Cat Williams. Do you think Cat Williams doesn't have $10,000? Like,
Yeah, Jeff, you get a star.
that's like a Wikipedia page. You
What do you mean?
just have to set it up, right? Man.
no, I think they have to ask you. I don't think you could just. It's not something you could just buy.
One of my coworkers made a Wikipedia page, and he was 11-time WCW champion, and they took it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone with money could just get a star. I think you have to be asked. But then once you're asked, you have to be able to afford it. But I don't think.
I wonder if anybody goes, "No, I don't have it. I'm sorry."
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like,
That's what I'm going to be. I'd like a star, but some places they put your star, you ain't going to visit it.
Yeah. I mean,
some place a little dangerous.
Yeah, Hollywood is a. Yeah, I never even went over there to be honest. But that's tourists. People who live in LA. It's the same with Times Square. I avoid Times Square like the plague. If I don't have to be in Times Square, it's rare that you'll ever catch me in Times Square.
Well, don't they have 2 big clubs there in Times Square?
Like comedy clubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both terrible.
Wasn't Caroline's used to be there, or is that
no?
gone?
Caroline's closed down like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, Caroline's been closed for a minute.
Yeah. The only 2 clubs there in that area are both like mediocre clubs.
Are those for tourists, right?
Yeah, it's for tour. I mean,
Okay.
you'll have good shows there, but I don't work there just because I don't want to go over there.
No, I watched Chris Rock's documentary when he was living in New York. He was doing Bigger and Blacker, and he was trying to put that set together.
Yeah.
And he said for 3 years, he played like, 10, 12 clubs a night working that material out.
Yeah.
Is there enough clubs in New York to be able to go, okay, I can do 12, 15 clubs a night?
Yeah. The most I've done in a night was 11.
Man. And how much time you doing in each one?
Most spots are 10 to 15. So but that was one of those times. Well, my first spot was at the Cellar at like 6 p.m. And then my last spot was at the Cellar at 2 a.m.
Jeez.
So those that's when I was like, and then in between I had a bunch of spots. I think it was 10 actually. I think it was 10.
And what do you come home with money wise after that?
Like $1,000.
That's crazy.
It's about $100. It's roughly $100 a spot, give or take. Like it was like some spots would be like 75 because this was back when like Brooklyn Comedy Club was still open, and New York. Like so, it was I probably came home with like $800 probably.
Did you have to hop a train, or was it just cab to cab?
It was trains. I didn't take any cabs.
Okay.
Man. It was this was back when it was train. So I went to the Cellar first, and that's in the East Village, and then I just did train. I don't remember what the spots were. I'd have to look back at my notes, but I remember it was either 9 or 10 spots.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yes.
By 2 a.m. I was like, wait, what? By 2 a.m. I was done.
And were you doing the same set?
No, I was working on like a chunk that I was working on for a taping, So for 5 minutes, I was doing the same thing, but the rest was all. But by the end of the night, I was just doing.
Yeah,
But 2
you was-
a.m. at the Zella is not productive. Meaning you're not. It's a fun show, but you're not doing material. It's 2 a.m.
That's great.
Like they drunk and they wild. They just want to.
Yeah.
They just want you to go up there and have fun with them.
Akeem, we
So-
got 2 minutes left, man. I know you wanted to come on to promote some stuff. Where you gonna be at and what you got going on, homie?
All right. So one, follow me on Instagram at Akeem Woods, AKEEM Woods. I'm going on tour. I'm always on tour, but my next tour dates April 3rd and 4th. I'm at Laughs Unlimited Sacramento. I'm headlining 4 shows there. April 17th and 18th, I'm headlining 4 shows in DC at the Comedy Loft in DC. I'm also doing Cincinnati. I'm doing Kentucky. I'm doing Louisville. I'm doing a few other shows. So all these dates are on AkeemWoods.com, AKEEM Woods.com. Get your tickets. I'm headlining all the shows, so I'm doing an hour. I'm doing a few dates with Godfrey too. I just don't remember where they are, but AkeemWoods.com to get all those tour dates. And yeah, and you can always catch me on the radio with Angela Yee randomly throughout the week, but that's on iHeart. And
Yes. Love me saying, yeah. Kaufman, where you at this weekend and who you got on the Under Oath podcast, my brother?
Actually, I'm interviewing Andrew McCarthy this week from you remember him from St. Elmo's Fire and Pretty in Pink in Class. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yet. I don't think Akeem was born yet. So
no, I was born in the 90s, so probably not.
Yeah, but Andrew McCarthy.
If you saw him, you know who he is. That's dope. You doing any comedy this weekend?
No, actually, it's my birthday, man. It's March 21st.
Oh, it's your
So
birthday. Aries
I wasn't sure I was going to work, man. I thought
Aries
I was
in the
going to.
building.
I was hoping not to give a damn. It's first day of Aries too, man. It's not
Yeah,
like
Happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
Oh, birthday shout out to Preacher too, man. It was just recently Preacher. So Preacher birthday the 14th, Kaufman birthday the 21st, and my birthday the 28th.
Yeah.
Nice.
Preacher's a Pisces.
Yeah, 777, man. This weekend, I will be in Cocoa Beach at Shooter's Oysters Bar. So come out, man. If you ain't doing nothing, I love it. It's one of my favorite places. The audience is always great and live. So in Cocoa Oyster Shooters, make sure you come check us out. But we got to get up out of here. Akeem, thank you for rocking with us tonight, my brother. I appreciate it. That is Akeem Woods. Make sure you check him out, AkeemWoods.com, or follow him on social media, Akeem Woods. That is Jeff Kaufman from the Law Office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath Podcast, www.whenyouneedus.com. Jeff, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
Good night.